What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Fonzo. Welcome to another episode of Big Bear Online Podcast. If you haven't already, kindly like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Today's topic, we're gonna cover Will Smith's apology. I was listening to it the other day, and I thought maybe let me react to it and just put some of my 2 cents in regards to what happened. Of course, if you haven't seen, I did do a video before on the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. So yeah, you can see it right there on that video, and yeah, you can just have a look and to have my see my take on that one. Yeah, so I think without further ado, without taking too long. By the way, guys, before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And guys, thank you so much for the support thus far. Yeah, man. So I think yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get to it. Let's chop this up. Let's go. In the middle of the last few months, I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. There's a lot of off-fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. Let's see. What's up.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults.
You know what's crazy? And before I get into that, one thing is I always say, I always believe in rather, is to take accountability. And this is what it looks like in some sense. You understand? However, take into consideration how Chris Rock is feeling. And look, he can be in a position where he forgives Will for what he did. I think never ever touch a person's face. Keep your hands to yourself. But at the same time, it might not be ever that he talks to this man. It might not happen. It might be in a year. It might be in 2 years. It might be in 10. It will take a long time for him because he is still processing. He is still processing what's happened. It's been 4 months, but still, this is the first time Will's actually come out regarding the incident, and of course immediately apologizing. But at the same time, I also believe that you had the opportunity, and I'm just being devil's advocate here, you know, in certain circumstances, because a lot of people think this way to say, you know, that apology could have been conveyed at during his acceptance when he got his award, you know, but I guess hence to say it took some personal work, took some digesting, you know, you leave your outer body and certain things do happen, you know, where you react in a certain way, you know, but nonetheless it's still unacceptable, you know. But yeah, let's get into it further.
After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, you know, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm gonna say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us.
You know, and this is why I wanted to do this video, right? And this is why I wanted to do this video. Fine, you know, I don't think in any position he should be apologizing to the family, because based on their reactions, we'll start with Jaden, the son, you know, he tweeted egging his dad on to say, yeah, that's how we do this, that's how we do it, and he condoned his father's behavior. He egged him on. He applauded him for what he did on that stage, you know. And when it comes to, you know, Jada Pinkett, you know, the wife, having her podcasts, you know, disclosing all these things, entanglement confessions, if that's the way you want to put it these days, you know, there were times, if anyone who has a cognitive dissonance can understand that she was out of order. And there's a lot of people who disagreed with what she did or how she spoke or what she said. So, you know, if you look at what Jada, how she behaved in terms of her Red Table podcasts, her entanglements, interview, you know, outright going on, you know, national platform where everybody's watching, pretty much embarrassing the man, and not once has she come out to apologize on what she said or actually taking accountability of being out of order. So I think in terms of, you know, apologizing, extending to his family, I think he stretched it a bit too much. You know, there's many instances, guys, where she's, you know, even disrespecting him in his own home, where he's like, don't record me, please don't record me. But she's, instead of saying, look, sorry, I didn't mean to, blah blah blah, she puts it on him. There's many times where she like literally has put this guy down. But we don't want to talk about that right now. Anyway, let's keep going.
To all my fellow nominees, you know, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me. And it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know, it happened on Questlove's award, and you know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself.
You know, that's the thing, and this is what I wanted to get into, hence why I let the video play on. You know, that's a problem with being too much of a nice guy, you know, in my opinion, is you feel the need, and I say this because I was that person. You feel the need to impress and to give everybody that impression that you can do no wrong. That is such a that can be very venomous in some way, because literally, I know we all know the Will Smith. I grew up watching Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Bad Boys, watching all of his stuff. I've watched. You know, we grew up on, me and my brother. We grew up on Will Smith. You know what I mean? We love this. I love this guy's stuff. And we always say, hey, you know, Will's always the good guy, the guy who fights the aliens, the guy who, you know, neuralizes, or what have you. But like, oh no, we can do no wrong. You know, it's like, we have this person, he's a human being. And look, I give it to him for coming out like this and, you know, apologizing in this way. Whether it be scripted or whatever, it's not everybody can do it. But you get what I'm trying to get to, is that being too much of a nice person can be so detrimental, because you feel that like it'll eat you up. But it gets to a point where you're like, stop. You know, whether you do right or you do wrong, people are still going to criticize you. They're still going to criticize what you say. They're still going to be about judging you, whatever the case may be. You understand? But we have a lot. Like I when the comments came in about, I was watching other content creators doing this, the whole slap review, and their 2 cents, and a lot of comments within their platforms were saying, he was protecting black women, he was doing this, he was XYZ. I would actually bet on it right now. Where are those same individuals after this has been done? Where are they? What are they saying? Because they weren't the first ones to say, Yazin, you were wrong, go and apologize. No. They're seeing it at the same pace we're seeing this right now. So that's another thing to take into account. Don't always put yourself in a position where you feel the need to, people are protect you. No, he wasn't doing this for you. He actually mentioned it to say, look, I was not in the right frame of mind. I was not okay. He's not okay. Look at him. He's not okay, this guy. He's not doing it for anybody else. But again, he still feels the need to have this persona about him that he can do no wrong, but it's actually detrimental to him. But anyway, yeah, man, that's the entertainment industry for you. Anyway.
Right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. So guys, there you have it. I think, like, in my honest opinion, is that this is what accountability looks like. No matter how you put it, no matter how you want to package it, whether it be insincere to you, sincere, nonetheless, this is what accountability looks like. This is like owning up to your bullshit. And as I say again, what he did was he assaulted a man on stage. It's not easy for a man to come back to that when you put hands on him on national TV and the whole world watched. A lot of people worldwide watched this more than they watched the war in Ukraine or put their eyes on the war in Ukraine. This literally took all of us to a moment of, oh wow, rather than, people getting, shot at and blown up and stuff. I'm just putting it in that way. Just crazy to me. But anyway, nonetheless, this is what accountability looks like. This is part of growth. This is what it looks like. So part of growth, if you want to grow and become a different person or better version of yourself, being accountable for your bullshit is key, and it's number 1 in order for you to progress and move forward. Whether the world judges you or not, you've done the work. Guys, that's all of my 2 cents regarding this. Actually, let me know what you guys think regarding this apology. And yeah, man, I'm not gonna go too much into it anymore. I just wanted to follow up based on me doing a video on the previous segment. So yeah, guys, but don't forget, if you're new here, guys, on your way out, kindly like and subscribe, and I'm much appreciated. Hope to see you soon, guys. Until the next video, peace.